All right, guys. Welcome to the XP Guild. Thank you, anyone who's joining us for this. This is a special, kind of rare behind-the-scenes start of a game for us.
Yeah. Do you want to just get right into it, or what?
Well, okay. So let's explain a little bit what it is. So, Astroplex is our own kind of game system that we started. When we started the XP Guild, we had started working on a new game system back in 2020, and we're like, you know what? We got a bunch done. It felt like everybody's doing D&D. That's what we knew really well. Who wants to watch a new game system? Fast forward to D&D effing up everything, and people are all like, what are new game systems? So we're like, you know what? We have this. Let's jump back into it. So it is a D20 based system. It uses a lot of the mechanics of like D&D, but we kind of redid the way we did our classes. So we have built several of the like core character classes. We've got 10 levels designed out for these, and I think that's probably as far as we're planning on going with this, unless we decide we need it. For now. But basically, like, you're gonna pick origins, backgrounds, all that stuff. But when you pick your character class, you get specializations, and that's gonna really like give the flavor to your character. And each specialization will have 3 tiers, and then you can pick more. And then we have ways to pick from other classes eventually. So tonight we're going to be doing like a session 0 / character building / introducing Astroplex, which is like a cyberpunk sci-fi fantasy world.
Yeah, and I've been telling people it's like Cyberpunk meets Batman Beyond, the TV animated series, because we do have a special in there. We have added powers to the game, so you can play in various stages, whether you just outright give your players powers, or we have a percentage-based thing built into the system where each level, that percentage gets higher and higher just in case if the powers activate or whatnot. Or you can not have powers at all. You can just be normal citizens or whatnot of Astroplex and stuff like that. This story in particular, me and Bill has decided that we are going to try to use the percentage system. So at any time during the story that progresses, every level I'm going to ask the players to roll a percentage, and whether they get powers or not, that is up to the lovely, lovely dice. So...
yeah, so let's get in it. Let's join the rest of our group here. And tonight we're going to be figuring out what game system we're going to be playing. Like, what themes we want to go, what, like, kind of general, like, character concepts do we all want to know each other, etc., etc. So, Dave, why don't we go around and have everyone introduce themselves? You guys know us already. We already blah, blah, blah. Let's start up above me to actually a giraffe.
Hey guys, I'm Belle. I am actually a giraffe, and I'm here. We haven't really built anything, so I don't have anything to introduce.
I mean,
so, I'm going to throw it over to our new member, Hammy!
Ta-da! Hi. I'm Hammy. Nice to meet y'all. I'm new. Just spoke with Dave just the other day, and we both had great ideas going back and forth with each other, and now here I am. Here we are, and I'm super excited to join this fantastic group, and I'm excited to see what happens. Please, thank you for the warm welcome, Thank you.
Last but not least, Looney Sue.
Hi everybody, my name is Sandy, and you can catch me around here. I'm in a couple games with XP Guild. what to say. I don't know. It's hard because we're introducing. So I'll be playing I don't know who tonight, and I don't know what we're doing, and we will figure it out as we go along. But come with us. We're going to pay attention to the chat from what I understand, or those two guys are. The guys are in charge of that. So if it messes up, it's not the girl's fault. Just letting you know. So
not the girl's fault. We're in the kitchen. We're in the kitchen. That's all we're doing.
So if you have something to say, if you have ideas, let us know.
Yeah. We're monitoring the chat. So if you're on any of our streaming platforms, which could be on YouTube, Kick, or Twitch, we should be able to see the suggestions, the comments, and then we'll try to work those in.
Yeah, and as well as I went ahead and sent the generalized, hey, this is what we're doing. This is what we'd like to see from you. Wonderful, watchers, to all of the live action streams and whatnot. So, unfortunately, those that are viewing it later will not get to see that bit of information, but you'll get to see the aftermath of this insanity tonight. So,
all right. So
exciting.
We had started spitballing things. So I guess there's a couple approaches, at least when I play in games or whatever, that we kind of look at is, do we want to know each other beforehand? Like, are we an established group of some sort? Are we... You got us all. That's so weird. We shift in such weird positions when you change scenes. Like, does anyone have... Like, do we have the desire? Like, we had spitballed off scene because Mooney Sue had wanted to do a engineer for like a race car team, and then we all kind of jumped in like, oh, we could do like a full team, that sort of thing. Or do we want to just be people that know each other through whatever, or thrown into a situation and we form up? Take notes.
Oh, Hammy, you're muted.
Thank you for I was just saying, I think the team idea is a really good one. I thought it would be fun, especially with our original idea of, well, all of us were kind of looking at the racing aspect of it. Maybe like it could be like 3 as a team, or we could be 2 separate teams that are like clashing, and then something happens.
Well, I mean, to jump off of that, like, we can figure out what the dynamic of our potential team might be based off of just what classes we're leaning towards. Like, I was scrolling through things, and I like, the pusher caught my eye. I want to be a little drug fiend.
Okay.
Or a gambler or something like that. Like, I can.
Ooh. Gambler, like in a team dynamic, could be kind of cool. Like, you'd probably have to have a position where either Bookie. Well, I mean, if you're part of the team, like, you gambling on things, would it be could be a conflict there? Or you could just be like the person who always bets on us, and you get like somehow have close enough connections, or against us, or whatever. We have a close enough tie that you're always hanging around, maybe trying to gather information from us, or whatever. I
feel like it could be like maybe a combo financer / money manager, where my
forger
character, well, not a forger, but like the person who, like, I'm your treasurer, and like I can manage money, but my problem is that I've got this gambling vice. So I've got kind of like this complicated relationship with money that could really benefit us if they bet on something and it goes through with company money, or it could really cause some tight spots. That could be interesting.
Okay. So yeah, Mooney Sue you wanted to do the mechanic, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna do an automaton mechanic that fixes stuff.
Okay. Hammy, did you have a desire as to, like, if we've got actually a Giraffe playing as like our financier, sort of like money manager, do you want to play a driver? Do you want to play like a team manager? Like, is there a role that in like a racing team or whatever that you would desire to
well
jump into?
The two I was thinking was the racer, and the other was the forager to make the fake documents, for permitting, also to like kind of help on that side. But I'm pretty flexible. I'm still looking at the options since I kind of did a quick skim. But what were you thinking about doing?
I am now totally thrown up into not knowing what the hell I want to do. I originally had planned on like a suit type character, maybe somewhat charismatic, or like so if I continued down that route, if no one else is going charismatic, then I could go that and be like the team manager. Like, I mean, I don't watch NASCAR, but I watch Formula One, so they have their team principal, who's kind of like, they kind of give orders or help delineate the things. They're the ones that stand in front of the cameras and go, yeah, well, this is what we're doing to the car and blah, 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 or whatever.
It was a great racing season this year, Just...
All the boys out there being the boys.
And are we, but then I guess
you could be the owner too,
the
if
next
you wanted
question
to have money.
Yeah, I mean, we could go that route, and sometimes that's kind of a one and the same, or at least a huge stake in it. Are we a legitimate like part of like a racing circuit or whatever, or are we a underground like,
I think underground would go with Belle's idea.
I mean, I think that we could work it in where it's kind of like a lot of racers start in this underground space because that's where they develop their own style, and then the best of the best probably get lifted up to something professional.
Yeah, that's where they have to get seen, is the under. Yeah.
Right. So it's a little more like, I mean, we could do the under. It's easier to start as underdogs than overdogs.
Okay. So, I think if we go underdogs, I could be like
racing,
that financier, like the money behind it, where then it's like you're gonna take care of the actual like divvying it out things. If I'm like the owner, maybe. But see, I'd rather maybe if we're underground, we're probably all in it together. And I could just be like the guy who's setting up the matches and like arranging the races. So more of like a manager, like, hey, I got this line on this race coming up. I've got this guy over here. We arrange the racing fees and whatever that with the underground network.
Mm-hmm.
You're the sleazy one. Got it.
Yeah. No way.
Okay, so
would that make your class like reporter?
I'm trying to look through really quick and remember what they all are. I'm kind of thinking either going into the entertainer side of things, but I need to see what's that all falls in to what we've already designed. Also, what Dave and I had talked about for everyone here is that if there's like a concept or something that just you really wanted to play, but everything we've designed so far doesn't fit it, let us know, and we could probably come up with filling in the gaps. Because as a playtest, our playtest PDF, and if anyone's interested in it, follow us and shoot us some messages on whatever, and we were planning on making this available for people to be able to check out, especially once we get to once we've decided on classes and stuff. We want to let people have access to what we've already chosen, so that they can kind of see the routes we're going. Now, originally I had designed a politician version, which I could possibly use some of that to the basics of where we're going, but I'm not sure yet.
Okay, so the way I'm going to break it down, because we are all going to be starting at first level. So each character class has a special limitation to that, so on and so forth. Some questions for the group. So we're doing race car themed for the group. Everybody's going to be underdogs, illegal racing, shadow racing, stuff like that. what type of vehicle are y'all racing? Is it going to be a ground vehicle? Is it going to be an air vehicle? Is it going to be a sea vehicle? Or are y'all going to kind of do this weird combination of all of the above?
I mean, if this is underground stuff, depending on how like post-apocalyptic this, like, it's probably like the equivalent of like everyone puts a little bit of everything onto their thing, and you know, number one best thing is to be adaptable or super specialized.
Yeah. So the I mean, the initial feel of this is, at least the city that I think we're basing this in, Astroplex itself, has like layers to it. Like, I don't know if anyone's familiar with the Hive cities of like the Warhammer universe, but they're essentially like, there's upper atmosphere areas where like the really rich and wealthy are. And then there's all the way down to like ground level, which even at ground level, you're pretty poor people. But then it's built down below ground too, like basically on top of the ashes of ancient
kind of like Coruscant
buildings.
From Star Wars.
So. And if you're looking, for those that don't know, I recently added...
we're pod racing?
Well, you could easily.
Oh, this is pod racing.
Easily, because So I added a document to everybody's playtest rules and whatnot, which eventually will come to the watchers and stuff like that. Astroplex-The, Spire, and Sprawl, there is prominent neighborhoods within the districts themselves, and some of these have distinct racing areas and fighting arenas and various things of that nature, as well as some of them are shady as all get out. Let me go to the actual map of the actual Astroplex itself. Oh, it is tiny. Sorry. But roughly, did I add it to the thing? I did not add it to the thing. Sorry, watchers. But yeah. Essentially, you have the Spire, which goes up, as Bill said. And not only it has many different levels and stuff like that goes up to the tippy top with all the rich and posh and blah, blah, blah people at, but it goes down beyond Goblin Town, so on and so forth. And it goes out. And it is... actually, we have it written right here in our world setting of... Is it this one? No, it's the Astroplex itself. Because I move stuff around to divide up the thing so the thing wouldn't be so big. The population is estimated at 500 million people in this place. So... And pretty much the Spire itself goes to the height of 1 mile and goes to depths about half that. The Sprawl itself expands to about 100 miles. So you're looking at a huge establishment.
I love the idea.
People, crammed in.
I love the idea of us in the underground, like the Underdark areas, essentially, like where there's tunnel networks and sort of that thing where we're racing. So I'd say maybe either like a ground vehicle or some sort of like hover car, essentially, that kind of like traverses these.
Or like something that drills. Like there could be like these combination like drill traversing things. Although there might be issues with people drilling through others' houses.
But I mean, as far as like hovering, y'all could do like tube racing, pipe racing and stuff like that, where they've taken some of the old pipes and turned them into like tracks and stuff like that. So, back to notes. Okay, so I'm going to put in our notes section that y'all race various vehicles that are DIY. It's the game plan, right?
I mean, I don't know if they're 100% DIY, but yeah, like everyone brings their own hover vehicle. And then we modify them and, prep them for the race.
/modified, which will also get a chance to play with those
how much are we starting out in this too? Because I don't want to like take up too much time of like us in game, like being like, oh, I want a +1 speed to this racer. Like have more time of us building the racer than like racing.
Well, and I think, I mean, I don't know what story Dave is going to end up wanting to tell, but I don't think necessarily like, I mean, we are still trying to play a action game, right? Like, we're trying to play as there will be some issues that happen that cause us to initiate conflict, whether it's actual combat or whether it's us trying to talk our way out of things or whatever. And those don't always have to be race orientated, because we're just starting as racers. Right. And that's how we make our living. And then we go from there.
That's just how we know each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we
I don't think we could build a vehicle later, but as far as play testing, we just need a generic, I mean, you don't even know the racing concept yet of how you would.
And don't build it, Dave, because I know you're thinking of it. Don't do it. We need to get this game working.
No, I'm not building it at all. That's all up to y'all. I am allowing y'all to do things. I'm already building my NPC collection right now of Talladega Nights meets, Doom Patrol meets, all the other action-packed, car racing and this, that, and the other.
Because it could be as simple as y'all have a race tonight. We're gonna roll the dice and see if what place y'all came in.
Right. I like that idea where we're kind of so inconsequential that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be fine to not do a lot of actual like worrying about our racing. Like maybe as we do things to fix our vehicle and tune up our vehicle, that gives us bonuses to those rolls. But in general, like. I think us playing out the actual conflict, us dealing with other, and maybe that's part of it. We pull side jobs to fund some of these actions or to get us out of the trouble that Giraffe's gambling gets us into.
Look! It was a good investment. Here's the thing. I just have to recruit 3 other people, and then they recruit 3 other people.
So
and then
it's
pyramids. They're very steady. They're like big at the bottom and small at the top. We're gonna be at the top.
So we're building under us.
Yes. Okay. We're at the top and we're building down.
I see where the issues started with the game.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put concept. So what is y'all's concept? Overall character concept, basically, not specifics or anything like that. Like I am a drug dealer, that kind of idea. If you want me to go in order, I can, or if y'all want to jump around, I can to write all this stuff down. So actually, Giraffe.
Anyone actually have that fully set?
No, I don't.
Okay. I think Sue does though.
I do. I'm a mechanic.
Okay.
Mechanic. So we do need a driver.
Yeah.
Unless our driver's just another NPC.
It could be. It absolutely could be. So.
Hammy sounded like she was down.
Okay, I was down for it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Kind of got an idea going, but jumbling it.
Awesome. Okay.
Because that could be an entertainer. Yes. I can see you being famous or trying to be famous because we're level 1.
Wanna be.
My brain got so excited that Hammy's concept is Hammy.
Hammy.
Hammy. That's the best concept.
Just be Hammy.
That's it. Yeah, that's my character. Just put me down as.
So now we have Bill.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be like
the face.
What do you call that? A producer?
Team manager. Yeah, okay. So that's his glorified title. Like really, he sets up the matches. He will talk to the other race teams or whatever, and help organize the races, get us into the different races, try to persuade people to.
You gonna have the leopard skin shirt that opens up?
No.
The hairy chest. Cigarette.
So like an
Not
event
sleazy,
coordinator.
We'll see.
Event
No,
coordinator.
that's me.
I think is what
I've
called.
got such a hairy chest, man.
Yeah.
I need to get to the doctor. My chest is so hairy.
Oh no.
I think my cybertech's acting up.
Let's see.
Welcome, Maury-tastic.
Oh,
To
hey.
our wonderful.
Yeah, kind of like the agent, as he mentioned, Maury-tastic mentioned in chat. Asked agent, sort of, yeah. I mean, basically the agent for the team. So I try to, because it's all underground, it's like I find out, hopefully, I got to figure out how to make this work in character, like mechanical wise, especially with my initial idea of class that I'm going to take. I need a lot of work with origins and occupations to make this pan out, but try to arrange the events so that our team gets good billing and gets good positioning and resources, essentially.
So, our last one, actually a draft. Do we have an overall concept?
I think that. So, Bill, you said that yours was going to be. Are you the one who's like kind of booking the stuff, making the connections, or are you just kind of like talking us up, getting us? Like, what are you thinking?
I mean, initially my thought was kind of a combination of booking / talking us up. So, but I really haven't looked into the class and everything off the top of my head, what that means. What is your desire?
Well, I was thinking maybe something like a guide, or a rebel. I want my character to like have this almost roguish like ability where you might go through like cleaner routes to get us on the racetrack. I might, put sugar in the other guy's gas tank,
Love it. Yeah, I'm down.
So, what overall concept? Rook?
I'd say a very desperate gambler. I'd say saboteur. I'd say
Maury-tastic said navigator / fixer.
Yeah, I could do fixer.
So we'll do fixer.
Yeah. I mean, they're kind of combination of they handle the money, they probably spend their money in the wrong ways, but
but then they fix it. Don't worry.
It's fixed at the end of the day.
I got you covered.
Plus, then we have missions and stuff, and they'll be part of that like underground. I think I might tend towards, because I'm kind of looking at maybe having started in a higher society life, but I've kind of either delved down here because I don't want to like stick to the confines of that, or have been driven down here from some sort of issues.
Your parents cut you off because you're a drug addict.
Well, there could be that.
Then actually, Giraffe.
That's how we learned. That's how we met.
Is how you met, because she hooks you up because she's secretly
she's
a bookie.
your dealer.
I don't think
bets.
my character's together enough to be a dealer. She is not organized enough.
What you could also do. What you could also do is like, you were from high society. You found this rambunctious trio going on, trying to build a team and whatnot, and you're like, hey, I can make a gamble on this. This would be entertainment to me. Why don't you give it a shot? Yeah,
I can save these poor disenfranchised poor people.
Yeah, well, I'll figure out the exact, but yeah, I think that's the way I'll probably go, because I think that's the only way with the class I was looking at to then make the stats stuff that I want, like the skills that I want to work out. Yeah, because I
keep
don't
thinking of your fox.
Yeah.
You need to use your face talents again.
Yep.
Okay, so
I've been feeling a lack of that, which is why I'm leaning that way in games. I miss being able to talk.
All right. So I've got the list going on right now, as y'all can see. So ignore that right there. So their concept is actually Draft as a fixer, Mooney Sue's the mechanic, Hammy's the driver, and XP Bill is team manager. So the next categories is species, birthplace, occupation, and class. We can go in order, or we can, start out with Mooney Sue, because she has
she's got the sauce.
That's how it's done, Mooney.
Everything to me, oh my god, Dave, blah 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 blah. I'm like, we're supposed to be doing that on okay.
I had to. Well, I didn't know if I was going to be here tonight, so that's one of the reasons I did it. Okay, I cannot read that. What is it first? Species?
Species.
Is that what that says?
Yeah.
Okay, so automaton.
Okay.
He looks elfish, but he's an automaton.
Or we spell this wrong, so yeah.
Auto, AUTOMATON.
ATOM.
ATON.
And that's where I get confused.
Automaton.
The ton. I always forget the ton part, So, and we kind of look elfish.
Birthplace?
Elf-like?
Elf-ish, yeah. She kind of has elf-like features.
Can't have that on stream.
Hey, you can. It's a casual stream today.
Yeah.
Ooh, Dave has a phone. Oh, no.
Yeah, I've got a... No,
how dare we have technology?
It is important, so...
You need to mute. We can talk over you.
No, I'm gonna write. Okay, so
what's the next one? I really can't read that. I'm so sorry.
Birthplace.
I think it's birthplace.
It is
birthplace. The transportation district. I was built.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
Built place.
A built place. Yes, not a birthplace. A built place. The warehouse. The transportation district. I'm not sure where. I wasn't online then.
Okay, so we said what now? Transportation district?
Yeah.
And we'll get into the gritty details of exactly where for y'all. Okay. And
I don't know. I was in a box. It was dark. I don't know. A warehouse.
Do you have your birth box still? Is that something you still have?
I might.
Like a baby blanket?
It probably has my charging base in it. I have to probably go in there.
Okay.
Occupation, mechanic. Or I guess it's racer, but I have a mechanic, not a driver.
Okay, so mechanic as your occupation.
Yeah, which falls under racer. That's something y'all will have to tweak. It doesn't actually have a spot for mechanic.
Okay.
It just the only thing it says is racer is a driver, and I'm like, but no, you need more people than that to.
Gotcha. We will fix that.
Yeah, that's just something we have to tweak later.
Okay.
And the class is a guide.
Guide.
Because he's always looking out for parts, so he kind of knows the city and where things are. Mm-hmm. My concept is he can guide people to places, but it's not his main function. But if it helps bring in extra money, he can be like, oh yeah, I can take you there, or what have you.
Okay.
That's it. You're not ready for the rest yet. Okay.
Not ready for the rest. Yeah. Because because each. For the watchers, the way it works is instead of you getting subclasses, we have what is known as specialties. And each specialties has 3 neat little things that you get on, and they level up as you level up and stuff like that. And you can have multiple specialties depending on what level you are and all that other fun stuff. But everybody's at level 1, so they get only 1 specialty, so on and so forth. So, all right. Actually, let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let's try to add. I'm going to go ahead and drop that down, and then let's
Okay, so the next two things that were in that category were fighting style and specialization. I don't know if that matters. I don't know if you want fighting style now. Or...
Specialization.
Hers is companion. She has a dog, a mechanical dog.
So I'm gonna drop that down there. Okay. Your specialization is companion. And you said dog.
Mechanical dog.
Mechanical dog.
Yeah, not like flesh and blood dog.
Okay. And I guess we can put down fighting style. It's not. It is a specialty thing that comes.
I thought it was in there. I don't know. It's close combat.
Okay. That is Mooney Sue. Who would like to go next?
I know what my species is.
Okay.
I'm sensing Belle has an idea.
Yeah, it's really subtle. I know I can be really subtle sometimes.
I love it.
I want to be weave touched, but it's obviously flavored as, and maybe like it actually is a magic thing, and she's just like too kind of hopped up on drugs and really bad arcanotech to tell, or it's just a flavor of her drug/arcanotech. But I think weave touched is the best species for her.
Yeah.
I dig it. Well, we've touched, I think, in general, right, Dave? Are we flavoring that kind of like the choose your own style sort of thing? Like they're just a being that has intrinsically been born. So I think you could flavor that.
I've been born.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, I mean, born with the weave infused with the
weave
them.
Infused,
so
yeah, I mean,
it could be a human weave touched or an elf weave touched or whatever, but you're just taking on more of the
magical aspects
of a weave touched. Kind of like the custom lineage in 5e where you can basically do whatever you want, but
yeah, I mean,
take the benefits of something else.
You look this way, but all your stuff comes from the weave touched. So
right. I think for class, I want to be a rebel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, a little sneaky. I'm scrolling down to it. I'm trying to find it. Where are you? Okay, there we go. Yeah, just a little sneaky burglar, insurgent. I'm looking at these. Hacker, smuggler. I'm not sure what I want for my subclass thing. I'm not sure if I can decide that for now. I like the idea of being an insurgent and having explosive expert.
So, where did we come from? Birthplace, and what is our
birthplace? Oh my. Well, I think that this one comes from the depths. Real kind of bottom gutter trash.
Oh, the depths. Okay.
If that's
there is a town there in the depths.
Oh yeah, like there's.
There's a prominent town down there. So
I'd say there's all sorts of little communities that just survive. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm glad someone's from the depths.
And do we have occupation yet, or do we need some more time to think of that?
An occupation. What is she? I mean, the closest would be medical professional.
Sweet.
Ooh.
Considering
your drug thing.
Her drug stuff. Like she's got a lot of stuff that can fix you up or fuck you up.
And again, like in D&D, I think the backgrounds, these occupations that we have, which are kind of equivalent to a background, is kind of choose your own flavor. These are just like broad categories that we wanted to create that slot in. So either that or, you know, we could probably tailor some more specifically. But if the stuff that you get and what it looks like sounds good, let's go with that.
Okay, and we said we want to think on our specialization and our.
Yeah.
If we have anything else that we want to add. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We got Hammy and the Spiegel. Oh my God. Bill.
Bill. Yeah, me. That's fine.
Yeah.
Bill works. Were you ready, Hammy, or you want me to go?
I could do some of it. I'll probably go as far as Miss Giraffe did. Species, I was thinking an elf.
Elf?
Yeah.
Yeah, just boring elf, you know. But they're from space.
Oh, shit,
wow.
son.
Yeah, wow.
Vulcan. That would be a Vulcan. Space elf.
Don't listen. I'm gonna say it right now. My first original idea going into this, I was gonna be a robot pretty much and be C-3PO, but as female. I was ready, but I was like, you know what? No, I gotta change it. So glad I did. What was next?
Occupation.
Entertainer. I'm kind of gonna go how you were saying earlier, Sandy, and kind of go the celeb route. Trying to play up that space origin and be like, oh, I'm so magical. Like, look at me, sparkle, I guess.
I mean, were you like perhaps a space racer before or something of some renown, and for whatever reason you're down here trying to make your name in a different league?
They were younger, up in space. I'm pulling this right out my ass right now. They were up in space.
Love it.
And from a young childhood, from when they were younger, they just always loved racing, and they just kept on stealing the race cars. And that's how they got kicked out, and boom, now I'm down here.
Did you come from like a racing family?
Brother was. And I kept on stealing his car, and then his.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, the other thing we could go, like, just spitball, like a celeb thing. Like, you could have been a celeb in whatever, like a pop singer or something, and now you just have this like desire to be a race car driver or whatever. So like you basically quit that and you're like, I've made some money, I'm good. Like I've got some fame there, but I want to prove I'm more than just that sort of thing.
More. Yeah.
It's like, what's Miley Cyrus doing? Oh, she's bullfighting?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Yeah.
Just the kicker for the Chiefs now. I mean.
So
joining Taylor Swift down there.
I said entertainer.
Entertainer.
Yeah, sorry.
That's not occupation. That's the class and subclass or specialization.
Oh, okay. So what was your occupation? So okay, wait. I'm confused now.
Class was entertainer, celeb as my occupation.
Okay.
Celebrity occupation.
Or subclass. Yeah, that's.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's our occupation?
Racer.
Ah, okay. So there we go. There's the missing piece of the puzzle.
There you go. There you go.
Doo-doo-doo. I have to move some stuff around here.
We got there. It's okay.
There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Entertainer. Copy that.
Hey, Belle, I was just looking. They have smuggler as an occupation, too.
I did see that.
I was looking at that. I think I'm looking at insurgent. And it just seems very like, I don't know. Smuggler might fit better. Let's see.
I can just see you trying to like hide all your illegal stuff.
Look, here's the thing: you can't take a lot of really sharp right turns because it'll shake up the stuff that's in the compartment. You know, it might give you a boost, but you're going to be going real fast in a lot of different directions, I think.
I can make a compartment for that. It's okay.
Okay, so I'm trying to think.
Oh, we're all in trouble now.
Okay, so Sandy's character has. Does everybody have a fighting style, or is it specific to? I can't remember exactly how it.
Not every class starts with it on level 1. Some do.
Yeah. Okay.
I know the Devout does not. They get it on level 2.
So let's put maybe fighting style /
Well, it's just the way we worked it. Is not everyone got a fighting style right away, but everyone gets proficiencies with some weapons.
Okay. Cool. All right, so I'll just jump over to you, Bill.
Put me down for smuggler. I think it fits.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
and
it.
that can be our vehicle, because I gain proficiency in a vehicle of my choice, and I gain that vehicle.
Awesome. I have lots of prominent neighborhoods and areas for smugglers. I actually have two distinctive ones. One's a lot more secret.
Secrete?
Yeah,
Whoa.
secret. Yeah. And
Wow.
the other
It's sticky in here.
Yeah.
Well, the other one is polluted and whatnot because it's the transport hub of one of many. But yeah, one doesn't get looked at by the authorities as often as the other one does. So, all right. So, what are we thinking as far as species?
I am going elf as well.
Elf as well. Okay.
Yes.
I wanted their silvered tongue ability there. I think that helps with my concept. Birthplace, I am going with high society.
Bougie.
Yeah. Bougie. Also, because I needed social interaction abilities. And occupation, I was going to go with suit.
Okay.
And what I'm kind of seeing generally in my head now, just because Hammy and I are both elves, perhaps we knew each other, or I was like maybe the agent to Hammy's original endeavors, and now that they're going to this underground racing thing, like I still do my other stuff, but I am definitely involved in helping this dream come true for Hammy as well. So that's why this high society suit, guy is gonna be working in this underground kind of environment and dealing in this very shady side of business aspects.
That's why I paid the big bucks. Yeah.
You know it.
Okay. So, what class are we thinking?
I think I am going to go a strange decision on this one. I'm going to go warrior.
Oh, wow.
And I'm going to go with the leadership aspect of that for my specialization, because then I can hand out basically, I can start giving boons. Like I can have other people do attacks on their turn, on my turn. Like I can let them do attacks and stuff. Kind of that.
Yeah, for sure. And I know we have a fighting style.
Yeah, I mean, I think I haven't fully decided, but I think I'm going to go with ranged weapons, like projectiles, like small firearm type stuff. Depending on how everyone else sees their character playing out, maybe I go with, like heavier weapons and sit back with like a sniper rifle or something. But yeah, I'm not planning on taking a high strength, so I probably won't be able to handle like a heavy machine gun or something crazy as far as the slots mechanic that we've developed in this game. Well, that's something we'll have to play around with as well.
Let's say ability or fighting style. So do we have a distinct ability or fighting style for you, Hammy? Or is it just straight up? What do you get for your character class?
So I get a few options I could do. Where is it? I could do improvise, target shooter, hunter, weekend warrior. I was kind of thinking of target shooter side. Maybe I can, when I'm racing, someone's trying to shoot at me while I'm, speeding. Bang, bang, boom, they're gone.
Target shooting.
Sorry. Yes.
Yeah. I see Steve Carell, where like you turn the gun sideways. Like, oh no, you turned it sideways.
Like, ah.
Oh.
But yeah, that was my vision. So.
Okay. So next is actually Giraffe, aka Bill. Do we have a special ability / fighting style?
It looks like combat style is there. But wait, that's not until 2nd level.
Yep. Yeah, some of them like the rogue, or I guess the rebel. Sorry, not the rogue.
Not a rogue. Not a rogue.
Definitely not.
They get it later because you do get sneak attack and like basically the thieves' cant version of ours, rebel code, level 1.
Mm-hmm. Heck yeah, I do.
So you'll get it level 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
And those are all things we're playing with too, just to try to determine, does that feel bad that you don't get a distinct fighting style to start with, or is it feel okay because you get other things, or because the class concept is going to be different?
Okay, so Dave, if you and Bill, or Bill, one of you, wants to note, my occupation as mechanic doesn't quite fit. Racer doesn't quite fit mechanic, so I don't know if y'all want to tweak that.
Yep. I'll go ahead and write that down.
I was trying to look through the other occupations, and I don't see one that would fit any kind of artificer type.
Okay. So we need to work on more of something that would be a little bit more mechanic, artificer style. That's not a problem.
Because I was thinking you're gonna have
factory worker or
maybe
service industry. You could, because it doesn't say like what the service industry has to be. It could literally be like being a mechanic.
Yeah.
Because that's service.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, Erasmus Exposition. I'm saying it wrong. Sorry, Jeremy.
Erasmus Expeditions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Has entered the chat. So welcome.
Yep.
Hello.
Very creative fellow. Thank you for joining us in our thing. This is our session 0 for our system that we are working on developing. So it is still definitely in the works and being tweaked. And we're kind of going over character concepts and all of that. Let's see, factory worker, we literally have nothing designed yet for it. That was like a placeholder, like, hey, we need something for this. But
service industry might work. I see where Belle's going with that.
Yeah, I mean, you could tweak things around. And I think in the same thing as like a D&D background, right? If you gain proficiency in like 2 skills, I think it would probably be okay for us to tweak that a little bit to be like, hey, instead of you getting insight in streets, maybe you get Arcanotech and something else. Or,
right.
If Dave's cool with that, I think that would work.
That's what I was thinking. You don't have really an occupation for anybody who is going to go heavy Arcanotech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could totally, and occupations, I feel that we can add a ton of them. So
yeah.
Just a thought.
Also, I was gonna say, if you're cool with it, Dave, I don't necessarily see my guy very tech savvy. So if I could drop the Arcanotech skill and maybe pick up another like charisma based skill for my suit, that might be nice.
Let's make that happen.
We'll just trade. You can have my insight, and I can have your Arcanotech.
Yeah.
That's how that works. Yeah.
Insight would probably be rather good, because I don't currently have. Well, and that was something I was going to ask is, I could pick up like a perception, which I feel like I should probably do, or I forget where I get it. I think I also have the option of intimidation, which I didn't pick up yet, or So I don't know what skills people are going with too. Like, do people have ideas of what skills they're aiming to focus on?
I think my character's kind of starting to become like almost this healer rogue. So I'm probably going to do like medicine, streets, or perception, sleight of hand, maybe something in the charisma, just for like a minor thing.
I mean, so far I only have persuasion, but if I'm dropping Arcanotech, I could put that into something else. Like, I was thinking deception maybe, or insight probably wouldn't be a bad choice.
So for all you watchers out there, Astroplex is 5e like, is the best way to describe it. You'll see similarities and whatnot from 5e, but we have changed a lot about it to not make it 5e. So as you can see, they are talking about skills and whatnot. They're like, oh yeah, that sounds familiar, but they have species, birthplace, occupation, and class, as well as a few other things to round out their character with. Each character is going to have not a subclass, but a specialization. Each specialization has 3 levels, and it is tailored to their level. That's when they get those specializations. And they can have multiple specializations, not just one. So,
yeah. You can kind of choose too whether you're going to continue down a specialization path or take a new specialization whenever you get a specialization option.
Yep. And right
cool.
now, with the group, they are. There we go. They are presently have decided their overall concept. Actually, draft is going to be a fixer. Munisu is going to be a mechanic. Amy is going to be a driver, and XP Bill is going to be a team manager. The more gritty details are below that, as their species actually draft Weave Touch, Munisu a automaton. I need to space that better. There we go. Automaton / she looks elf-like. Which leads into our 2 elves, Hammy and XP Bill.
Heck yeah.
And the way Astroplex works, this is a mega city, and thus it's called the Spire and Sprawl, because you have this giant spire that shoots up about a mile or more, and then the city spans out to like 100 miles, thus the sprawl. Each area has its own birthplace, its own environment, and stuff like that. Actually, Draft chose the depths, the underbelly of Astroplex, where the lowlives, the losers, the criminals, the just
okay.
Easy.
Easy there.
Those that want to get lost end up in the depths. Munisu has chosen the transportation district. Transportation district is out in the sprawl. There's 3 tiers to the transportation district. And it is where anything and everything you can imagine about transportation happens. On the other hand, Hammy has chosen, as we'd like to call it in the XP Guild, space.
Space.
Out beyond Stellor, which is the continent that they are presently in right now. And where in space, we don't know exactly, but she decided to come to this wonderful, wonderful planet and do her thing. Which brings to XP Guild taking full advantage of that, because he is from stick your pinky finger up and stick your nose up. He comes from high society, where the posh, the rich, the wealthy, the well-to-do How dare you look upon me, peasant? Live. And then they went a step further, as the next step is their actual occupations. Going along what we had talked about earlier, the best occupation right now for actually draft is medical profession.
It's my medicine.
Yeah.
It's my medical professionalism.
Listen, it does wonders.
Yeah.
Look, I sanitize the needle under a flame between uses.
And Marisu went with mechanic. Hammy went with racer. As the whole theme of this entire group is they are a race car theme for the group, and they are underdogs in, we're gonna just say not maybe, we're gonna say illegal racing now, to shadow racing.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. We're for sure underground racers.
We have.
I don't think this is anywhere near legal.
Yeah.
No.
No.
And they race various vehicles, not just one specific type. Because
I thought we were just racing one.
Are y'all?
Okay, everyone, get in our clown car.
Well,
okay.
I mean,
So
I think we're just
going to be
racing.
On the road.
Yeah, I think
a racer.
A couple of us, like, I probably have a vehicle of my own, but I don't think it's a racing one.
no, but I didn't know if y'all took part in various events and whatnot, from speedboat racing to Halo racing to all kinds of.
I think we just temp weld a boat to the car.
I think we have the one car. Yeah, I think that's it. We just have the one.
Okay, so we'll change that. But yeah, so Hammy is their racer, and Bill is the suit as far as occupation goes. Our classes go as follows within this group. Actually, a giraffe is rebel, and her specialty is smuggler. Munisu is a guide, and she chose a companion, which is a mechanical dog. Hammy is our entertainer, and she is our celebrity. And Bill is our warrior / leadership. They also.
Hammy's got so many followers.
Yeah.
From all over the galaxy.
So, with your class, you get either a special ability or fighting style, so on and so forth, as your first level thing. I can't remember what actually Draft's choice was, or she got multiple things.
Level 2.
That.
She doesn't get.
Level 2. Yeah. Does she get anything at all?
She gets sneak attack.
Sneak attack. Okay. I did not write that down. I couldn't remember because y'all were saying another. Well, you said another ability too, so I couldn't.
It just depends. Like, I know the Devout didn't get anything else on level 1.
Okay, cool.
Which may be something we'll play around with.
Yeah, we'll have to play around with. Yeah. Munisu chose close combat. Hammy chose target shooter. As she distinctively said, as she likes to do drive-bys, essentially, while racing.
Jeez, you make it sound so wrong, dude.
It's illegal racing for a reason,
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah.
Anything goes.
Take out the opponent before he takes out you.
Yeah.
So,
less people for her to cross the finish line,
And XP build took ranged weapons, firearms, projectiles, which.
Yeah, so that's going to give me a bonus to hit and allow me to attack adjacent foes without having disadvantage. So, like, basically pistols, handguns, assault rifles, shotguns, those sorts of things are my realm of abilities right now.
Absolutely. All right. Let's see here. Where should we move to next?
I mean, we just we can pick out our stats and stuff if anyone wants to. I don't know whether we need to go through all that on stream, but just so people know, there's basically the same point buy system used in 5e, or the standard arrays option is out there as well. I've never been a fan of rolling for stats, because there's always that one person who gets screwed and feels like they didn't get anything, and there's the one person that rolled like 3 18s, and everyone's like, oh, great, they can do everything better than I could.
I say we each roll 6 d20s, and we take the score that comes with it.
1 through 20. Wow.
You can re-roll twice.
Yikes.
Imagine nat 20s all around.
Yeah. I'll use D&D Beyond so that I'll roll like crap.
Yeah.
And
even Bill rolling in physical dice, nothing above a 10.
Oh, it's awful. So, I mean, we got gear selection. Does anyone like already know their skills and stuff, just in case people want to make any changes in order to like not step on anyone's toes? I mean, I have perception, streets, insight, and then persuasion are my 4 that I get proficiency in. But I could change some of that. Like I could drop the streets and go with something else. I was just thinking that as the guy who's trying to arrange these races, I probably have to know something about these, underbelly streets.
I haven't gotten that far myself, so like I've read it all, but I haven't started.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess the question comes now. Since we're kind of looking at the aspect here on your character sheet, go to here, which is called Gearbox. I don't know if I got another one over here. There's Arcanotech too, but I don't know if anybody can. I don't know if we got prices on that or can afford that or whatever. I forgot exactly how that works.
I think that stuff should really be dropping level 1.
Yeah. So under the Gearbox, we had mentioned that one of y'all started out with a vehicle.
Yes, as a smuggler, I started with a vehicle.
So my question is to you. Do you want that to be y'all's race vehicle? Or do you want that as a personal vehicle?
If we're starting at the bottom,
wait,
I think
Hammy as a racer gets a vehicle too.
Oh, well, there we go.
Okay, so I've just got a personal.
That out.
I've got just like a shitty
Get a G-Ride. Yeah.
G-Wagon, let's go.
It says I don't know. There's 78 pages. I'm trying to find it, but
I've got a Saturn Aura.
So we do have at the bottom here vehicles. I will tell you the page as soon as I get to them. Equipment.
I mean, so as a racer, you have easy access to a vehicle. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have
you have easy access to my vehicle.
Yeah, like it
Heck
could
yeah!
You could be borrowing someone else's or whatever.
It's fine.
So either way, like if you want to take a vehicle that we're racing as your personal vehicle, Giraffe, and then when we can afford or steal or whatever one that we can manipulate further, we could do that too.
So you're going to go to page 57 in the PDF.
Or if Dave is like a, benevolent GM wants to say we have a shitty vehicle that's like...
Why I'm asking these questions. So what is the exact wording that says for Hammy? That you get access to a vehicle, or it is your vehicle?
Access.
I don't know.
Okay.
I have to find it.
So it's under Racer. Vehicle at hand. You have easy access to a vehicle of the type that you have raced. You may reach out to a contact from your race days, and they will loan you a vehicle to utilize.
Okay, so
we could just be borrowing someone else's vehicle for every race. Is the way we're
it's fine.
Playing it.
If y'all wanted, so y'all still want to go on that multiple different, level of like we race anything and everything. It doesn't matter.
Give us a car. We will race it.
Well, a boat, car,
I want a yacht. I'm kidding.
No, you know, y'all are not that badass. So,
I'll be cruising by, man.
I mean, you've got it built. So we have a little thing. We have a little thing now. We have a little thing, which I don't know. Bill, does Hammy fit in that category? On the character sheet, we have what is known as fame and infamy.
I mean, she is going the celebrity route, right?
Yep.
Which is, I gotta get to the classes. Sorry, there's so much stuff. I have like 18 pages open here. So, entertainer, celebrity, you have mastered your craft and are well known. You are at proficiency, all performance checks. You gain one additional level of fame. So she is on the fame chart.
She is on the fame chart. Okay, so do we know what page the fame is on? I think it's at the bottom.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, no wonder. Hold on.
Probably towards the end. Fame Infamy is on page 71 out of our 78 page.
Okay, 71.
Quick start playtest PDF.
Yeah.
So level 1 is she's known by people of a specific group as a skilled, successful member, recognized within that group upon sight or with the mention of their name, garnering a benefit with positive interactions with that group.
+2 persuasion and insight. Ooh.
Yeah.
And invitation.
So the +2 to intimidation would be against like an opposing faction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That group. So, like the rival artist or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell
rival
them
racer. Yeah.
I want to be a troll.
Well, there's also infamy too. So.
Well, would that fit in better because I was casted out, or not cast out? If we're gonna, from me, I guess.
Cancelled.
I was canceled for some sort of thing. Yeah.
Well, and if you're taking a racer as your occupation, I mean, you could be a celebrity for being a racer, and now you're just racing in a different category or whatever. Like maybe you lost your funding, and this is where you've ended up.
But is she a dirty racer, though?
I mean, I went pew pew at them. Heck yeah.
I mean, that's up to Hammy. Do you want to gain? I mean, it says you gain a level of fame, but I guess there's no reason you couldn't do infamy. Generally, the idea of our infamy was that, like, if you start doing bad things and you're known for bad things,
what if I'm not caught? What if I'm not caught? The tire just blew up by itself. That was not because of my gunshot.
Yeah.
That was not because of...
I mean, so we could I'd say we start her off with fame.
Yeah.
And then she can earn the infamy if that's the way the character
she
plays
wants to
out.
go to that direction.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how
and it's also depending on the party too. I mean, the party can, either, slap her around and, actually drug her like, Mr. T from A-Team and, y'all push her on out of the way. Yeah. Well, he passes out, goes unconscious. And then they fly because he's definitely afraid of flying. So, but yeah. Or y'all can go all along with it and y'all become the, the bad group of, racing, Oh God, it's those people. Bring out the extra machine guns. So. All right, so
we'll talk about it.
So y'all are going to officially. Okay, I'm going to go back to the notes section, we are officially saying that y'all are a team that races various vehicles that are DIY modified depending on what race it is and what type it is, and Is there anything else that we want to cover or go over, Bill? What do you think? Is there anything that y'all want to cover and go over before we, move on?
I mean, unless anyone has questions, I think that I think the rest, like choosing the gear that you want, all that, we were going with how much, Dave? 400?
400 to start.
400 units to start with.
Yeah.
To pick out your gear, so your armor, your weapons, any other gear you want. And then I guess the only question I would have for you, Dave, is given what we've talked about, do you have kind of an idea of, I don't know, like the story we're generally going to be telling? Like, are we just going to be playing out our antics? Are we playing out, like, are we going to gear towards more like we're this ragtag group that kind of stumbles into something bigger that we have to fight against? Like, what's the idea there, or do you have an idea there?
Yeah, I mean, when y'all started saying the different themes and whatnot of y'all's characters, immediately my brain popped over to the new districts and prominent neighborhoods of where y'all would start out as, you know, y'all's intro to Astroplex, you know, and whether y'all receive a phone call or whatnot to hook up with this, that, and the other. We'll take y'all to the next step. But yeah, I think the overall theme of it is racing, but it's not going to be, like y'all mentioned, y'all want to kind of have it as an overall theme, not a predominant, we are solely doing the mechanics of racing and stuff like that. No, it's definitely going to be all the political side, the deception side, the undermine it, this, that, and the other of racing. So, whether y'all move up in rank and score the big win, or giant corporations just stomps his foot and smashes y'all into the dirt and y'all all die. So, you know, who knows, you know, so that is kind of the overall feel I'm feeling right now. So
cool. Anyone have any thoughts as far as that goes, or as far as everything else goes? Any character tie-ins? I mean, I kind of thrust myself onto Hammy's side of things just because we're both elves.
I love it. Trust me, you're helping me out, so this is great.
I like having some sort of small ties that we're able to like work in, because it just makes that initial charisma between the characters a little bit easier, and we can build in the, hey, remember that one time we did this, as improv. But Giraffe, Moni Sue, any thoughts as to how we've all gathered as a conglomerate of
I think my first race team that originally bought me fell apart, and so my siblings had to go find work at other race teams. And so because you're an organizer, I knew you through my failed race team and you picked me up, so maybe we have that.
I think
connection.
When Hammy, sorry, I think you were a little delayed on my side. I think when Hammy decided to come to Astroplex, Bill's character probably wasn't going to let them go in blind, so they reached out, and through like a friend of a friend of a friend, it kind of ended up my character was like, oh yeah, if something goes wrong, you go to this one. And my character was not what I think the slightly cleaner elves were expecting.
Yeah, I'm down with, like, I could totally see like the party scene too, like being a high society like suit character. Like I'm picturing like 80s like coke in the bathroom sort of a thing. You know, like, and we've hooked up through that sort of scene, and then I knew that you had this.
You know who we need in this racing gig? My drug dealer.
Well, I mean, you probably knew the underbelly racing side of things, and that's like the only way in. Like, there's no, oh, I just start racing. Like, you gotta earn your stripes, and at some level, we're like, okay, this is the only thing, and you knew that aspect of it and got us in touch with people, and yeah, and somehow we hook up hiring Mooney as the poor mechanic who did no idea how shitty of a job she was just about to get into.
That doesn't be entertaining.
Well, I figure I am. I don't know. I didn't read the society. I think I was bought. Like you bought me.
Yeah.
Like
we were...
maybe I get paid, but I think I was maybe at an auction. I don't know if I'm a slave or a what are you when you're a robot? I'm just there.
You're just property, I think.
Yeah, I'm just property. I mean,
I think that's open to what take you wanted on it. Like if you wanted to be a, autonomous individual that is now earning their way in society, that's totally cool. If you want to maybe you're something that Giraffe won in a weird card bet, and that's another reason why we thought of Giraffe as our person, because
I'm literally they have a mechanic.
Yeah. We gotta keep him because the mechanic's good. I mean, we can't get rid of Giraffe.
I'm just kind of the shit. I'm just like the fourth wheel.
I can see that if my team fell apart, maybe they auctioned off all the stuff because of their debts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I got whatever somehow to you guys. So I think I'm just going to be property, but hopefully well taken care of property. Yeah.
What if we give you freedom? Like, hey, we bought you, but
yeah.
You do you now.
So I'm gonna add a second, or the next category on our notes. I'm gonna say connections. So we've got XP Bill plus Hammy.
Yes.
Yep.
And then we have. What do we got? We got. Is it XP Bill or actually a Giraffe and XP Bill, or?
Well. I think kind of, us through mutual connections, but mainly because also I found out that actually Giraffe had this mechanic that was actually
I have
worth something.
this sweet mechanic.
They sold you drugs. That's
Oh yeah.
What do you think celebs do?
Okay.
We met at a party.
Okay.
I'm at a party and I'm like, man, I just got this sweet mechanic. I have no clue what to do with them.
Me and Bill are like,
and so
really,
and then actually Giraffe won. How exactly are we gonna word?
I love the idea of her winning Mooney Sue.
Did you
because
win?
You wanted to be a gambler to start with.
Oh,
so,
there you go.
Like that whole Lando winning his ship, or Han winning the ship from Lando, sort of thing. That would definitely explain
a lot
how this degenerate gambler got this quality mechanic.
It's absolutely like high quality, 100%. Like,
we're just wondering how you afforded it.
You're like, how did you?
She taught me to hold her hair when she's throwing up.
It's okay. No. I
Holy set of commands.
Here's the thing. I was tripping the other day, and I just decided I'm gonna cut off my hair. I almost cut off my ears. Didn't do that.
Okay. So, as far as your question that you have, actually, Giraffe, as for the watchers, they said I want to be weave touched, but it's just drugs. We have an entire section of that in our playtest. So drugs, poisons, the like, so on and so forth, because it's a futuristic cyberpunk-esque style game. That's going to be a thing. We don't condone any of it by any means whatsoever, but
no, we don't.
The lovely thing is called Drugs, Medicine, and Poisons. Page 61 in your PDF. And it starts right there and goes beyond that. So,
anyone gotten any ideas of their fighting? Like, what they're desiring to do? Now, I think Mooney, we had, you were going to be close combat, sort of.
Yeah, metal hands. So she's just going to...
I think mine will also be kind of a close combat gal, but she's more of like a she slashes their Achilles tendon from behind to give somebody else advantage on the attack.
Dirty
You're the
fighting.
support damage.
So such a dirty fighter, yeah.
We can call it dirty fighting, yeah.
Well, I was just trying to figure out, if we needed to manipulate our styles of combat. But if we have one or two people that are going to be better at close combat, like I think it sounded like Cammy and I are both going to be sitting back with our Glocks and blasting fools. That sounds perfect.
Yeah, I think
we'll have options.
Torque is one of those improvised weapon kind of people. Picks up a wrench, whatever, toolbox.
Can I use the vehicle as a weapon?
Yes, you can.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
I read that somewhere. Isn't there a bonus if you ram into somebody with your vehicle?
Oh, is there? Hold on.
I think there is. I thought I saw that.
You already thought of this. Great.
Yeah. So here's a neat twist to this idea that y'all totally thought of, and this, that, and the other. So our Tuesdays group is in the process of its final sessions of Vobian Nights. So the next thing that we're going to do, we're going to downsize, of course, the group, so on and so forth, or rearrange people, this, that, and the other. But already the primary people has already decided that they also want to be mechanic race car-esque, so on and so forth. So
have rival teams going.
Two teams going, maybe 2 teams against each other.
That'd be cool.
F those guys, even though I'm involved.
Yeah.
As draft.
So we'll see how that all plays out. So,
like it.
You can use this as NPCs. It's fine.
Well, I mean, the way I've done it in the past is that there's been crossovers with NPCs and this, that, and the other, and some guest stars on like actual each that and the other, and each group affecting the other, so on. Yeah. So. But we'll see.
Because I have what did you call it? A Rolodex of characters.
Yes.
That is true.
Yes, Mooney Sue has often guest appeared many times. So.
I love it though.
Ooh, okay. So I guess here comes the questions. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go overall. So we want the feel to be gritty, action-packed, or not necessarily.
I'm open to action. I think
deception.
I think there should definitely be some RP in here. I mean,
absolutely.
There's definitely.
I'm gonna say deception and deceit.
I don't even have deception. I'm persuasion, motherfucker.
Yes.
Okay, one of us.
I like it.
3 have it.
I've been going for intimidation. Should I do perception? I feel like intimidation only on the principle that she's really kind of hopped up and unpredictable.
I'm down. That's cool. I like it.
You're freaking people out.
I'm going to say.
I'm
going to say what actually draft just iterates with her character. So this is the next word, all in caps.
What this is saying? Drugs. Yep.
Drugs.
Not too much drug, but
drugs.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll come
some light.
We'll calm it down then.
Implied drug.
Okay. What else are we feeling with this group, with this game?
Looking, Bill, you were saying you were doing perception. Is that what you said?
I mean, currently I picked perception, insight, streets, and persuasion. But I can alter any of those if that's stepping on anyone's toes.
I don't know. I don't think it is. I just was like, I'm trying to figure out what a mechanic skills would be. She's a robot. I don't think athletics.
I think Arcanotech's a must.
And then maybe just in perception, I would think, because she should be able to see a lot. I don't know.
Analyzing everything.
I mean, yeah, it's up to you as to where you want to go from there. I just know I keep playing in Dave's games and I don't have high perception, and I feel like I'm being hamstrung. Which I get. Perception is legit one of the most important
Yeah, I was gonna say
skills.
there's literally videos, entire themes of like perception is the major skill in this particular game.
Oh,
So,
for
like,
sure.
Yeah.
So I'm not knocking you for it. I'm just saying that was my decision behind that choice.
So I think I'd go with investigation too, because I think she can find, or he. Sorry, it's gonna be weird. But I'm gonna play a boy. Yeah. Well, yeah. It's kind of. I think they would be able to find stuff they need, because I want them to be able to improvise parts and that kind of stuff. So probably investigation too.
So,
okay, thank you.
So the overall plot theme, whatever you want to call it, I've got the feel is gritty, deception, deceit, drugs, back alley deals, and ultimately moving up in the ranks of fast-paced racing on all levels.
I mean, I'm not sure even with like the racing thing. Like, I kind of want our guys to like stumble into like something way over their heads, like mafia, or they're hired, or like so they get caught by the FBI or something like that equivalent, and they're forced to.
I mean, I think that would be a cool way to take things, and we don't necessarily need to know them, but like, because especially like the issues we talked about with the gambling and that side of things, and us just needing to have like funding for us to like keep this racing thing going, like we stumble into bullshit that we're like, I guess we're doing this now, versus, you know, I don't know, knowingly diving into things.
Okay, so I'm going to reword that just a little bit.
Whether that's because we take jobs on the side to fund things, or whether, you know, like you wanted like a law. Stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so I've got now the rating. Okay, I've got the feel is to be gritty, deception, deceit, drugs, and back alley deals. Stumble into things that are way above their heads. The undertone is ultimately moving up in the ranks of fast-paced racing on all levels. So that's going to be that's what makes y'all the money. That's what makes y'all, you know, have these connections. That's what makes y'all, you know, people get interested in you whether you like it or not.
Sounds good.
Whether Homelander comes down and stomps y'all all out for not looking.
You keep saying that.
Well, so that's the other side of this whole Astroplex stuff. So so far we're exploring the non-powered, like where we have a chance to gain powers. And I don't know, do we want to roll like our percentiles now, Dave?
We could absolutely, if y'all want to.
Because all of us with our class that we've chosen, you have a percentage each level. So level 1, there's a percentage chance that you have a power.
Gain a power.
Let's see where that's at for.
Yeah, so it'll be in your
probably 3% for most.
Yeah.
Wait, we've touched, so I'm not sure if that ups my chance.
You know, humans get a bonus to that roll, that like percentage chance. So let me double check.
Yeah, check real quick.
I always I was thinking of this one as kind of a gnome-based we've touched.
Yeah. You don't get a bonus on that for Weave Touch, so it's all based on your class. Human's the only one that gets a bonus to the chance of power. I do not. I rolled a 78, so there's no chance in hell I'm starting with a power, which is fine. What is Giraffe? You're playing a rebel?
Yes, that's like a 2%.
So let me go down. Yeah, it's it's.
I think I have a 3%.
Oh yeah, 2% chance for Rebel. So, do you have a D100? Do you want to roll?
Let me find a D100.
Okay. Who next? Hammy, what were we doing? Entertainer.
I think I have a 3% chance. Where would I do this roll at? I don't have like 100 on me.
It's
2d10, but let's see if there's a
and just pick the highest
random roll generator app.
Oh yeah.
Online works too. I mean, normally I use like D&D Beyond for a lot of this stuff, but that just, I mean, I probably would have gotten a power.
Oh yeah, actually you would have rolled. No, do you remember what I told you yesterday? Why'd you roll high on this freaking roll?
Yeah. So, no, I mean I rolled physical dice, 78. So
yeah.
So wait, what do we have to roll to like?
Basically,
so if I've got a 2% chance, is that like a 90?
You need to roll a 1 or a 2. I think is basically where we're at.
Yeah.
I rolled a 9, so no.
Okay.
So close.
Very low chance. Yeah. That was probably the closest we'll get.
Yeah.
Mooney, which were you going with for your class?
Guide.
Yeah, she is the guide.
I want to say it's 3%, but I'm going to find it here.
Let me get on D&D Beyond so I can roll. No, I'm going to use my real dice. I lied.
Yep, use your dice.
Okay.
We're not affiliated with D&D Beyond or Hasbro or.
No, in fact, I don't think we re-upped our thing yet. So yeah, guide's just a 2% chance.
2%ers. Let's do it.
My dice are missing. Because I played with my children, I DM'd.
Nice.
So it's another.
I got an 18.
Okay.
You can roll on D&D.
So close.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Rolling
I'll
low. Low.
I will have to today. Okay, let me go into somebody. D100. Okay.
So how we set out the powers for anyone watching who's interested is basically every level, every time you level, there's a percentage chance. The DM could also decide that you undergo like a big enough experience that might trigger a change, in which case you can say roll your power percentage, or if you're playing a game where he wants powers to appear, you could just make that happen as well. Oh, Mooney Sue, look at that.
What did she
3%.
get?
Look in chat.
Oh, well, you were so close.
And it's 2% for the guy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Can we just swap? I'll take the 2 and she can have my 3%
No.
chance. Like,
That was so close.
So close.
Bill, you're the one
He
that
was
rolled
the
high.
closest.
Wow,
You
that's
had
so
that-
crazy.
Big upset from changing jobs, being sold.
That's why I had to take a screenshot. I was like, you're not going to believe.
That's insane.
Like, prove it. Okay, there you go. I proved it.
So yeah, so this is our powers section, which none of them got. So, but you basically, that's how it starts out. Basically, if she actually rolled a 3, by the way, as far as watchers is concerned. What she needed 2. If she actually would have rolled the 1, then she would have gained 2 powers, each one with the 3 power point levels. Means she can spend 3 power points on her abilities and whatnot. And it's a whole list of different abilities that we have. Elemental powers, which breaks down into various things, this, that, and the other, to mobility, so on and so forth. So.
I mean, that's something else for playtesting is
exactly.
Does the 2% seem too low? Like, I guess it depends on the type of stories you're trying to tell.
Yeah, and you can outright give your party powers to start out with if you really wanted to, you know. But we kind of wanted to give, like, okay, I kind of want to play a CD game, but I kind of want to give them powers, but I don't want to, like, outright give them powers. that's where the percentage. Yeah, that's where the percentage came from. And like Bill said, that's something that we'll have to discuss if it's like, as we advance in levels, is it still like really low? Is it frustrating that I'm not getting powers or whatever, you know? Or if I'm... Yeah, go ahead.
Generally, the way we tried to design our powers, though, is that more just gives you more options than necessarily makes you, hopefully, a ton more powerful.
Yeah.
So
and that's a twist on our game system, is that it's not necessarily a good thing to have powers. The way powers are neat, powers are wonderful. If you use your powers to the minimum advantage, then they work fine. But we added a level of temptation. If you spend more points, if you use this, that, and the other, and burn yourself out, you can do some really, really cool stuff. However, you start gaining corruption. The powers mess with you, so on and so forth. Basically, you become the bad guy, essentially. People are going, oh my god, what is he doing? What? No. so on and so forth. So, which I think this group might lean more toward Arcanotech, actually, than powers. As I already mentioned in our group chat. As well as Munisu is automaton. So
yeah, cool.
So is there anything else that we think we want to cover or go over, or what?
I'm pretty good, I think, unless anyone else has anything.
Yeah, I don't really have anything.
I don't have anything at the moment, but if it comes up, I'll let y'all know. But overall, good.
Are we good, Munisu?
Oh, what's our proficiency bonus at the beginning?
+2, like as D&D would be. It progresses, I think, similar. Yeah.
Any questions, Munisu?
And do you have a fillable character sheet yet, or no?
Yeah, the ones you can get on.
It's in the folder.
Or drive. Is fillable.
They're fillable. Okay,
Yep.
I wasn't sure.
Dave was awesome and figured that out. I'm very proud of him.
Pain in the butt, but yeah.
They're
so Dave designed these character sheets. Dave, do you want to pull up a character sheet?
Yeah, absolutely.
They look great. So
they look
I mean,
really good.
Shout outs to that. They look totally pro. Some character sheets designed, form fillable and everything. Which, if anyone knows Dave's tech levels, he tends to need a lot of help with them. So I was very proud he came back with these. I think the rest we can kind of do on our own, unless anyone had anything. Like, it seemed like we're pretty good to fill in our gear. Or then the idea of this game, right? We're going to run every other Wednesday, like we've been running.
So yeah, every other Wednesday, just like the same format as Back to Ballaway and all our other games and whatnot. And it's going to be story driven. And the way we're going to do it, we're going to tell the story and whatnot. We're not going to be bogged down by mechanics and stuff like that. We are going to make notes. We're going to go, okay, that did not work. That was garbage. So on and so forth. Oh, I want to add this ability or this power. Oh, that was, whatever. That could be tweaked a little bit, so on and so forth. And then after the stream, whoever wants to hang out or whatnot, then we're going to go over all that stuff and just kind of do a chitty chat with the watchers and stuff like that, and kind of, after hours, and fix things or add things or whatever, because watchers, you have the ability to also put input as well if you see something that like you want to add or do, or whatever. Yeah, like Bill said. Any questions? So but yeah, that is the game plan with this game, and we're going to try to run as long as we can and see where this insane group of racers / lowlives, shady in between cracks and crannies go, and we will probably be adding at least one more player, which could not make it due to family reasons, that will be an interesting twist to see how we add her. So
yeah, we'll see.
I'm wondering what they're gonna do. Ooh.
I think in like this race society thing, we could probably come up with they could come up with anything. It'll be interesting to see where they slot in. Given all the notes that Dave took, I would just shoot all that over to them and let them kind of come up with their character and then ask us in our Discord.
Absolutely.
If anyone's joining us here live, hit us up. Follow all the things. If you have Twitch or whatever, if you're on Twitch and you have like Amazon Prime, we would love that free Amazon Prime subscription. Feel free to send it our way. If not, that's cool. Just join us for these.
Also, we have a donation button too if you want to just outright donate to it. So, but like Bill said, come join the fun and the merriment and the insanity of this particular thing, because ultimately, as I mentioned in chat, we want to get this playable enough. Not even playable. We want to get it to the final stages of being an actual tabletop RPG that's fully kickstarted, fully funded, and we want to give it out to the audience that enjoys and loves this kind of setting, I guess. So, and with that, I think with that, let's say goodbye, and we'll catch you guys in 2 weeks playing this game, session 1. Yeah, session 1, and everybody will actually have the name of their character and their character class on their little box. So do not say your name out. So until then. So with that, thank you very much. Thank you for watching, watchers, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Everybody say bye. Au revoir. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Tschüss.